Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Today I want to talk about a common confusion that many people have when it comes to choosing a career in cloud computing. Some people are not sure whether they should learn Azure administration, DevOps, or automation. Others feel that DevOps is difficult because they think it requires coding and that scares them. So let me clear up all the confusion and help you understand what companies are actually looking for and what you need to learn to become a successful cloud professional. First, let us talk about Azure administration. Think of an Azure administrator as the person who builds and manages cloud infrastructure. If a company is moving to Azure, they need someone who can set up virtual machines, storage, networking, security, and backups. This is exactly what an Azure administrator does. You will learn how to create and manage virtual machines, configure networks, set up storage accounts, ensure security, and handle backups and disaster recovery. Now, here is where people get confused. Some think that just knowing Azure administration is enough. But today, companies are looking for more than just administrators. They need professionals who can also automate tasks and optimize cloud operations. This is where DevOps and infrastructure as code come in. As you start working with Azure, you will realize something very important. Many tasks take time when done manually. Setting up virtual machines, installing tools, and configuring applications might seem simple at first, but as the number of systems grows, these tasks become repetitive and time-consuming. Even worse, when things are done manually, human errors can happen. Maybe a setting is missed or a configuration is incorrect, leading to failures or security issues. Fixing these problems takes even more time, and sometimes it is difficult to even figure out where the mistake was made. This is exactly why companies rely on infrastructure as code and Azure DevOps. Instead of creating resources manually, you can use Terraform, ARM templates, or Bicep to define everything in a script. With just one command, you can create multiple virtual machines, set up networking, install applications, and apply configurations automatically without any human errors. So what exactly is DevOps? Many people believe that DevOps means hardcore programming like C# or Java, but that is not true at all. DevOps is not about coding. It is about understanding how the cloud works, how applications are deployed, and how to automate processes. It is more about using templates, scripts, and automation tools rather than writing complex programs. Let me explain this with an example. Imagine you are working as an Azure administrator. Your company asks you to set up 10 virtual machines, configure networking, and deploy an application. If you do this manually, it will take a lot of time and effort. But with DevOps and infrastructure as code, you can write a simple script that will do all of this in just a few minutes. That is the power of automation. Now let me make this even simpler. Instead of manually creating resources in the Azure portal, you use infrastructure as code tools like Terraform, ARM templates, or Bicep. These tools allow you to define cloud resources in a simple text file, and when you run the script, Azure automatically creates everything for you. Similarly, instead of manually installing software on virtual machines, you use Ansible or PowerShell to automate configurations. Instead of manually deploying applications, you use Azure DevOps or GitHub Actions to automate deployments. You are not writing a complex application like a software developer. You are simply writing easy to understand scripts that make cloud management easier. And these scripts are not difficult. They are just a set of instructions written in a way that anyone can learn. Let me give you another example. Think about how you use a GPS in your car. Instead of manually checking a map and figuring out directions, you just enter the destination, and the GPS automatically shows you the best route. That is exactly what DevOps and automation do for cloud computing. Instead of clicking buttons and doing everything manually, You create a template or a script, and Azure takes care of the rest. Now, here is the most important part. Companies today are looking for professionals who have a combination of skills. Just knowing Azure administration is good, but if you also know how to automate, you will be in high demand. If you can manage cloud infrastructure, automate deployments, and optimize operations, you will be a perfect candidate for cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, or automation specialist roles. So, what should you learn to build a strong career? 1. Start with Azure administration to understand cloud fundamentals. Learn how to create virtual machines, networks, storage, and backups. 2. Learn DevOps and automation to deploy, manage, and optimize cloud resources using Terraform, Ansible, PowerShell, and YAML. 3. Get hands-on experience with Azure DevOps and GitHub Actions to automate workflows and deployments. Remember, DevOps is not about coding. It is about understanding how the cloud works and using simple templates and scripts to automate tasks. Once you learn this, you will not only reduce manual work, but also become an expert in cloud automation. So do not be afraid of DevOps. It is not difficult and it does not require programming knowledge like a software developer. It is just about learning the right tools and understanding how to automate cloud processes. If you want a strong and future-proof career in cloud computing, start learning these skills today. The demand is high and companies are actively looking for professionals who can do this. Thank you for listening, and I hope this gives you clarity on what to learn and how to build a successful cloud career.